Hello everyone. Welcome back. I'm gonna get into this quickly. I know a lot of you guys probably like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? What's going on? To make this really short and sweet as my introduction, um, I'm at war with the Genshin community. Self-proclaimed war, actually. I am declaring war on you. And I've made a few videos talking about Genshin and Wuthering Waves, and there's a few things I want to address because a lot of these are things I feel like I don't have to keep addressing, but I'm just going to put it all in one video, help people understand my point of view, and be as clear as I can be. My last video about this topic, someone did say they tuned out because I was just jumping all over the place with my points, and I think that is actually very fair criticism. I can take criticism when it's like legit, right? Like it's not a big deal. I 100% agree. The thing is, I don't script videos before making them, and I'm still new to content creating. I did it for a little bit in the past. I wasn't consistent. Obviously, I'm being more consistent now, but you know, I have a job that takes a lot of my time. But I took that criticism. I think that is 100% fair, and so I've made like bullet points. It's still not scripted, but this is my attempt to do better. Let me know what you guys think. Removed from any of this Genshin bullshit and Wuthering Waves shit. This is just me. I want to actually improve as a content creator. My camera quality is the best, but hopefully neither is my mic, but hopefully you guys at least get my points, and that's really all I give a fuck about. I don't care about all this like fancy shit. Like, it'll come, okay? Once I start making money on YouTube or some shit, I'll get better equipment. But anyway, let's get right into this. I want to start off by saying this is my opinion. Nothing you guys say will change this opinion because I have played Genshin. I played Genshin for hundreds of hours. I have spent thousands of dollars on Genshin. And if any of you want to like fact check me on this, if you want to question me or question anything I'm saying and don't believe me, fair enough. You don't have to believe everything you see on the internet, but I implore you to go back on my page. That's my dog's tail. His name's Hati, by the way. Like Skull and Hati, Greek or Norse mythology, whatever. I implore you to go onto my page, look back, just go to my older videos where I talk about Genshin, where I give money away to the community, where I do stuff like that, where I go through co-op, talking to people, asking them why they love the game, and then giving them cash and shit like that for summons. Go back to those videos and check what level I was, check the kind of gear I had. I have a short somewhere showing off my account. If you guys really don't believe I played the game, I played the shit out of Genshin. I was there from day one when the game released. I was there waiting. I remember staying up super late. I remember like just grinding and grinding as fast as I could to get to a higher level than my friends. I was there day one, right? I played the game consistently all the way until Inazuma was over, right? I didn't make it to Sumeru. I have experience with the game. None of you can take that from me. I don't give a shit what you say. You're not changing my opinion because I've experienced the game. You may change my opinion on how the game is now because obviously I stopped getting experience with the game. But I keep up because I do want the game to be better. But for what I've seen, the game has not improved substantially to get my attention back or have me ever go back to that game. It's not downloaded on my PC, and it probably never will be again. Even if they improve at this point, it's 4 years late, or 3 years late. You can say first year is free money. This is just as this is my opinion. You're 100% free to have your opinion. I never said that you have to agree with me. Someone in my comment section said just stupid shit where, oh, that's why I said it's my opinion, but you're telling me how to feel, when they commented on my opinion video telling me how I'm wrong. So who was telling who how to feel? Like, I made the video expressing my opinion and you commented about how I was wrong about my opinion. The fuck are we talking about, bruh? I come home from work to just the most bullshit. Just stupid comments like that. Like, yes, you're free to your opinion. I'm American, proudly so. You're free to have as many stupid opinions as you want. My opinion is just the right one. Yep, I've spent thousands probably on Genshin. It left a bad impression in my mouth. So I'm gonna get into why Genshin's bad. We're gonna start with the story. The story is fucking horrible. I'm sorry. And you guys don't want to hear it, but I'm going to hold the company up to its multi-billion-dollar standards. When the game first released, fair enough, patch 1.0. That's 100% free game. I understand you're just trying to get players kind of interested, and hopefully it improve. But unfortunately, the story for Genshin is 90% dialogue that nobody wants to sit through. There are really cool cutscenes at the very end of story sections and updates, but for like multiple hours, I'm not exaggerating, it can be like multiple hours of straight dialogue and the most trash just encounters as possible. It's really bad. There is no skip button. You have to sit through this shit, and it's not fun. I don't enjoy it. I don't care if you like the story. I don't. And I've played RPGs since I was like 4 years old, right? Like I've played every kind of series you could think of. Final Fantasy I've played. Dragon Quest. I've played the Tales of series. I've played Persona. Multiple games at this point now. For a lot of these series, I've played multiple games in them. And I've played the PlayStation exclusives, right? God of War. I've played Cyberpunk. I've been playing RPG. Ni no Kuni 2 I never played the first one, but I played Ni no Kuni 2. I have plenty of experience with RPGs, right? I used to play MMOs. I've played Ragnarok online when it was out. Ragnarok 2 online too. I've played Blade and Soul. I've played Black Desert. I've played Final Fantasy 14. I've played RPGs for years. I know what a good story is, and I can read. Genshin Impact story is not good to me. You guys can try to make your arguments. I don't give a fuck. I literally made a lore video on Hu Tao. Like, you guys aren't gonna fucking tell me what's good storytelling. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, you guys can have that opinion, but I literally just explain why for a game. This shit isn't a book. There's no reason I should be reading dialogue or fucking playing through dialogue for multiple hours in a row for an action RPG. That is bad storytelling because they can't just show instead of tell. I've said this for Honkai Star Rail, my critique of Pinakoni, that it was just too much dialogue. And I'm giving this even more so for Genshin because it is an action RPG. At least Honkai Star Rail is turn-based, so it kind of makes sense. But Genshin is literally an action RPG that has more dialogue than action. That's not good. That is not good. I've played Devil May Cry. If you want to see good story, play Devil May Cry 5. It's a good story, good characterization, and most of it is just people beating each other's ass and killing demons. And that's fucking amazing. We're gonna move on. It has too much dialogue, covered that. The combat is really repetitive and boring. Most of it is switch E, switch Q. It is just repeating your specials and ults. You can say, well, I like it. That's fine. If you like the simplicity, that's fine. I don't. I've played games like Sekiro. I've played games like Dark Souls. I've played games like Ghost of Tsushima. I've played games with really amazing combat. That shit's not interesting to me. There's no parry, like how it is in Wuthering Waves. There is very few mechanics that makes you have to think. You really just don't have to think for most of it. It's just you find a rotation, which is very much so like MMOs, but there's no team play. So the whole MMO aspect kind of falls apart. It's insanely boring when you have no team and it's just you playing by yourself doing this shit. Co-op, don't even mention, because let's be honest, it's basically non-existent, which is another critique of the game. Boss mechanics, they don't make you think. It really is that bosses are damage sponges. They don't increase in difficulty due to mechanics. They increase specifically with HP. It's HP, and it's how do you lower their HP the fastest. It's just a damage check. That is the entire game. You can't really prove me wrong there. Again, I played the game for multiple months, over a year, very long time, about 2 years. And from what I hear, that hasn't changed at all. They haven't made any great strides. So boss mechanics are really boring. Character designs, we're gonna move on to. They are very inconsistent. Yes, they have some banger designs. I would never take that away from Genshin. They have some of the designs I really like, but the vast majority are just not that good. They're just not that good, especially when you recognize how much it costs to actually guarantee any of these characters. They need to be better. They're not very good designs for 5 stars. There are some, and again, this is all opinion based, but some of the designs are really lackluster, and I can think of plenty of like anime with really good designs that they should draw inspiration from. The designs are inconsistent. They just aren't all like Arlecchino, however you say the name. She really fucking good design. That is a 10 out of 10 design. I love it. I think it's amazing, but all of the designs aren't that good. We're not going to pretend. There's only one character every like couple of months that even pops off and becomes super popular like that. It's very rare these days, honestly. The lack of rewards is really damaging to the game and the community. The game gets billions of dollars. They have made a ton of money. They have made so much money off of the most low effort thing you can do. Like, when you talk about MMOs versus gacha games, MMOs do not make as much as Genshin made, and they put in 10 times the work in terms of development and creating boss fights and content. They put 10 times the work and do not make anywhere near as much money. Genshin refuses to reward its players for playing its fucking game, right? Like, and an example of like, just look at the anniversary. Look at Dokkan Battle, which gives you summons based on how many 10 pulls you've done throughout the year. So that rewards free-to-play players because they give a lot of rewards throughout the year. But it also really rewards their like more whale and dolphin players who spend a lot of money on their game. They reward you for playing their game for so long, and the game still peaks at #1 whenever anniversary comes around for that game. So it's not even like they would lose a shit ton of money for giving back to players. It's just really selfishness, and a lot of Genshin fans support this kind of behavior, even the free-to-play ones, which makes no sense. When people complain about rewards, you should be happy and on the boat because that means you get more summons for your favorite characters. I never understood this idea of sucking off this company that actively hates you and uses you, and you guys genuinely, like, you have a lot of passion for that game. You deserve to be in a community that respects that passion and part of a community where the devs listen to you. Kuro Games has done that. They've listened, but we'll get to Wuthering Waves in a bit. It's been out for 4 years. There's a real lack of innovation. They've added swimming. That's boring, and I don't care for it. I hate underwater in most games. It's just not good most of the time. There's still no end game. I know they're working on it now, but it took Wuthering Waves to come out, which is really sad. Just shows that they don't give a shit about their community. Only when somebody else comes along and does something better. Now they're trying to copy in a way, which is fine. You can copy other games, but you should have copied a game 4 years ago. Just really bad development time. I'm not... Even if they do add some kind of end game, I wouldn't expect it to be updated properly or for anything else to come to supplement that end game or any other end game. So it'll get boring eventually. Dev feedback is terrible. They don't communicate with the community at all whatsoever. They do really scummy practices with their business partners and content creators. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Like, that's not even debatable. The devs suck. They suck at their fucking communication whatsoever. Like, it's just not good whatsoever. I mean, we're gonna get to Traversal. It's an action adventure game, action RPG, but it's also an adventure game. It has a really big open world. Open world is fucking empty. It's really boring. And it's super fucking slow to get around it. Climbing walls is fucking horrible. I can never go back to that. And overall, it's just really boring. Finding chests. There are puzzles where you do so much fucking work and you get like the most minimal rewards. Everything takes too long. It makes the story quests and all the like side quests and shit so much more annoying. If it was a linear game, the game would be 10 times better. That's why Honkai Star Rail is significantly better, because at the bare minimum, it's too much dialogue, but at least you don't have to run across the fucking map or use a million teleports throughout a quest. The setting is it's good, it's beautiful, it's just not as good as Wuthering Waves. It really isn't. Each area is very static, everything looks kind of the same for the most part. Setting isn't horrible though. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's still really pretty to look at. So those are the reasons I don't like Genshin. You can disagree. I really just don't give a fuck. I really just don't give a fuck. I'm making this for my opinion, and if you're gonna hate, like, thanks for the interact. What the fuck? What the? You okay? What happened? You okay, buddy? Bro, he scared the shit out of me. I don't know if that was on camera, but my fucking heart dropped. He literally just looked at the window and just started barking for no reason. And then he just walked up to me. You okay, Hati? Oh, my little baby. My little baby. He's so handsome. I wish you guys could see him. I posted a picture on my page if you want to see it. It was a while ago, but just go to my community tab. You'll see him. He's such a handsome little brown, light-skinned husky, bro. Light-skinned husky. One of a kind. But we're going to move on. I'm leaving that in because, you know, life is life. I think it's more relatable, you know? We're going to move on to Wuthering Waves. And why I enjoy it. I'm not gonna shit on Wuthering Waves like completely because I actually like the game. Like, people want me to, and this is I'll talk right now before I get into this. You guys, I'm not gonna talk about issues I haven't experienced and that a lot of people are saying are bullshit. Like, what do you want me to say? A lot of bots are going around saying shit that's not true. The game has had 22 hotfixes, so there obviously were things wrong. I didn't experience any of that. I said I liked the game and why I liked it, and I have comments saying like, I can't play the game. The game is shit. You're wrong. Why are you shilling for the game? All this shit. I'm like, bro, I can play the game. Why would I say, oh, I can't play it? Like, I don't understand. Like, I play the game and it runs fine, and I have a old gaming laptop. It's not even a computer, dude. Like, I don't even have a full computer. This whole thing, gaming laptop from 2020. I want you guys to understand that. In my game, there is lag on startup, which I've said before. Literally, it takes a while for the game to load up. But once it loads up, there's no lag, and I play fine. Like, what do you guys want me to do about that? Like, what the fuck? And a lot of people, there's videos of people playing on mobile. There's videos of people playing on PC, and it's running fine for them. So what the fuck do you guys want me to do about that? Like, I don't understand this point. Like, I can't comment on shit. If the game didn't work for me, I'd be pissed off. I'd be saying it. So, like, leave me alone on that point. Like, it's a free fucking game. Like, optimization issues are a problem, and yeah, games should release complete. And I voiced that opinion. But that is for fucking paid games. I don't give a shit. The game's free. You literally have lost $0. The game is a free game. You have lost nothing from them releasing it in a bad state. When a game charges $60 to play it and it releases unfinished, that is when you can stand on the highest of high ground. For me, it's a free-to-play game, and I have had no issues. The fuck you want me to do? Like, anyway, I'm gonna get to Wuthering Waves and what I like about it, right? Because I've had nothing but a positive experience. There are a few things I don't like, but that's for every game ever fucking made, bro. So we're gonna start with the story. I thought the story was better than Genshin's 1.0, 100%. I think the story is a lot darker and grittier off the rip, and the world really, like, the story really does reflect the world. The world changes throughout the story. I don't want to spoil too much, but the world does change throughout story quests and shit, and that also goes into side quests. I know Genshin does this, but Wuthering Waves does it significantly more, where I say like half of the side quests change the world permanently for you. Like, your world will permanently change in some smaller ways, but some of them are bigger ways too. And this makes the world feel so much more alive. So much more alive. Enemies, you'll find them fighting each other. You'll find people doing different stuff in the world as well, and there are random encounters. these are small things that make a game world feel so much more alive, especially in open world. That's the stuff Genshin just did not have when I played through. Maybe it changed to Sumeru, but it didn't have like just nearly as much immersion in the world itself. And I haven't seen a lot of people talking about that fact. Like the setting is amazing in Wuthering Waves. Like the interactability and like the way like the world feels way more alive. It goes a long way. I think the story is good. I think Scar is the best villain out of all, like compared to any of the Holyverse games. Like I'm gonna make that comparison that I've played. I've played some of Honkai Impact 3rd. I had to drop it. It's just too many games that came out when I was trying to get into it. But I did play some of that. I'm up to date on Honkai Star Rail. I played Genshin up until Sumeru. And compared to everything in those that I've played through, best villain is Scar. Scar is like 10 out of 10. He's everything you want in a villain. He looks badass. He has a really good voice actor, and his motivations are mysterious, but like you kind of understand where he's coming from. And he's also like really like charismatic in the way he speaks, and like you like him, but you know he's your enemy, if that makes sense. You know, that's like the best kind of villain in my opinion. The ones you hate or you love, but you hate to love. Yeah, that's the way I want to say it. He's really good villain. And outside of that, like past that quest where you meet Scar, the game picks up so much, and it's very fast paced, which is something gacha games need. Like you just need more cutscenes. It's had more cutscenes than any of the Holyverse games in their like update patches. It's had a lot more cutscenes. There's plenty of cutscenes throughout the game. It's a lot more action. The bosses are introduced way better. There are more bosses in this game, it feels like, that are integrated into the story in a good way. The music is great during boss fights. It's more metal and more heavy. And overall, the story, it became super interesting to me after the Scar part, and the final like section of the story is 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Like the whole world, the entire like game world changes, and it's like a blood red sky. Like I don't want to spoil too much, but it's really fucking good. If you haven't made it there, that shit is like 10 out of 10 at the end, and like you're doing like this war thingy. Get there, and then the final battle of the patch is phenomenal. It introduces the first 5-star really well. I really like Gion, and you kind of learn some of his backstory, which is interesting because they mix it with combat, and there's dialogue during combat, and the cuts and like the dialogue sections with him aren't like insanely long at all. It's a really short section, but it's short and sweet. That's what gacha games need to do more of, and Wuthering Waves fucking nailed it. Beginning kind of slow, but it's introducing a world. Prologues, that is acceptable and very normal. Characters, very memorable for the villains. I think all the villains so far have been interesting and really, really well designed. And their personalities are really like interesting and cryptic, and you don't really know what's going on, but you're getting pieces, and you like the game doesn't make you feel like a fucking moron re-explaining every single piece of the story. You kind of have to catch on. And the game does test your knowledge on this kind of stuff, and I think that's great. Show, don't tell. You don't have to tell me what I just witnessed. That's why Paimon and shit is so annoying. Story, really good. Characters, really good. I think character designs are really good. The male design just blow it out of the water. It blows every other gacha game out of the water. I think Kalkara, he is the coolest design male in any gacha game. Yes, he looks like Sephiroth with the long white hair, but he looks so fucking cool, and when he transforms, he just becomes even cooler, and he's just such a well-designed character. He has a really fun kit too. The character models are really good in Wuthering Waves. They don't look like babies like they do in Genshin, which I appreciate. I like really manly, like cool characters. Like I'm a dude. I love dudes with giant swords that look badass. What can I say? Like it might not be your preference, but it's mine. I think Jinlin, or what the fuck is her name? Jinlin, the upcoming female character. She looks amazing. She's like has like my favorite female design that I've seen in like a very long time. I think she's sexy, badass, and her personality shines in her kit. I saw it in the closed beta and all that stuff. That's how I know. This is open information. Uh, really solid character design. I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm excited for her. I think some of the female designs can use some work, but I do think overall, like 5 stars, they're doing well and they're really like cute. And I think they also have the best like younger character designs too that I've seen. They actually put work into them. I think Encore looks like adorable, but fucking badass at the same time. You know, like she looks cool. She genuinely looks cool while being adorable, and like there's some funny stuff in the story revolving like how adorable she is, which I thought was hilarious. It was like the Puss in Boots thing, and I thought that was really great. I think her design is like the best like kid design in any game. And they didn't make it weird or anything like that. They didn't like sexualize the character or do weird shit like that. They made her like she's like this little girl that's on this journey, and she's like funny and kind of like clueless as you'd expect a kid to be, but she's also like kind of cool, and her kit's really awesome, and she's actually one of the higher DPSs in the game. Surprising, right? Like she throws bears. Yeah, one of the highest DPS. Next, we're going to go to the fact that has a skip button. If you don't enjoy story, some people genuinely just don't like story in gacha games. If I could skip Honkai Star Rail story, I would skip all of it because it's just too much dialogue. To be honest with you guys, I legit almost fall asleep every long patch. It's too much dialogue. This game doesn't really have that problem, but it has a skip button for people who genuinely just want to play, hurry up, and grind. And there is co-op in this game that is fun and matters. So maybe you want to catch up to your friend fast, like you're new to the game, you skip all of it. Maybe you're one of those people that prefer watching videos on lore and shit later on instead of experiencing it, and they give you that option, and they're adding more because the devs listen to the players, and they're adding more ability to skip, which is going to make re-rolling even better. Combat, oh yeah, for the skip button, like all of the side quests you can skip through. It's not voice acted, so I really don't care about non-voice acted side quests in games. I really just don't, unless it's like a really good game, like unless it's like Persona or something. Combat, 10 out of 10. I think the parry system's really good. I enjoy every character. Even the 4-star characters have really good kits. Like they're really interesting. They're really unique. Each character feels like a different character. They all have like very unique stuff. And I've noticed the like dupe system. None of those feel mandatory at all. Like the dupe system is really fucking good in this game because the character will just be good, and then the dupes are like supplement, but they don't come off as broken or like you can't play this character without this dupe so far. For any of the characters out right now, like none of them are so game changing that the character is boosted too much. They're kind of just like quality of life kind of, and like a little extra boost here and there, but they don't feel mandatory, which is really good for a gacha game. You want full characters and full kits with just one copy of the character, because it gets expensive, dude. Like it's expensive. You also 100% chance to get the weapon, which is really good. I think their gacha system is better. Obviously, you have slightly higher rates than Genshin, and you also have a guaranteed weapon on your you can't really beat that. Boss mechanics are really solid. Unlike Genshin, they actually have moves that you have to dodge, like and they're difficult to dodge sometimes. You have to parry, and you have to like be on your A game and focus sometimes, especially for the harder hitting bosses. And they're less damage sponges, and more so like I will hit you and kill you in one hit. Which is like how Dark Souls games are built, and like Sekiro and shit is. Like if you get hit, you're just like, oh no, and then it's just downhill. They have really cool moves where they'll like pick you up and grab you. You're like, no, and they just start beating your ass and like throw you or something. Like really cool stuff like that. They put care into the animations, and it really shows for each boss. It's carefully designed. They're really cool. They're very varied in like their systems and mechanics and stuff. I think they did a phenomenal job with the bosses, and it's really fun fighting them over and over again, it's like you're practicing, you know? It's like you're getting better each time fighting them. And yeah, it's not a button mash game. Even if you get max dupes, people are like, if you get max dupes, no, look at what the dupes do. They increase your damage a lot, but like, they're not saving you from these bosses. If they hit you, you're fucking dead. There's no dupe. Unless your dupe is like infinite health. Like, I've looked at the dupes of all the characters so far, and there's no dupe saving you from like a full-blown attack that you should have dodged. Like, this is why, instead of focusing on giving enemies massive HP bars, what you need to do is focus on giving them damaging attacks that are varied, fun to play against, and challenge the player to be good. Like, you can max out characters. I've seen people trying to say this, like, oh, you can just spend money and you're good. Guess what? Unless you roll like full HP and take away all your damage, you're not surviving a lot of this shit. Like, there's no dupe saving you. So I never understood that. Like, unless you have like the most broken shields, like, there's no way. And Genshin is the only character with that, and she's not, her shield is not surviving some of this shit, especially right now while we're not like max union level and shit. Like, this is such a bad argument. Like, they focused on making their bosses hard hitting for a reason, and Genshin doesn't understand this. You make your bosses do so much damage with good mechanics, and stop putting them at these massive health pools that are impossible to like just like, that's where the difficulty comes from, I should say. Like, these insurmountable health bars, like, that's so boring. Their bosses are done really well. No matter how much you will in this game, there will be some challenge there regardless. Sure, the lower tier bosses won't be as challenging, but I guarantee a fully willed account still has to play the fucking game kind of well, at least bare minimum. Yeah, difficulty, really good difficulty. Rewards, we have gotten a bunch of rewards. We've got more rewards in like a week than Genshin sees in like 6 months. It's fucking amazing. We get a lot of rewards. We are getting like fucking babied. It's so nice. It's so nice to have devs like care about us. The game's new too. Like, they obviously don't care more about money than their player base. They want to keep a fan base. Which leads me into dev feedback, which is the next topic, which the devs are really fucking amazing. They have done well. They have listened to us. They rewrote a bunch of the story just from like closed beta. They redesigned the world a bit. They made it a little bit more vibrant in places, and it's dark in some places, and the world feels amazing, more like lively and realistic in that kind of sense. The devs team is doing a phenomenal job, and I have nothing but praise for Kuro Games. They have treated us with the utmost respect. They don't say that they know what's best. A lot of game devs do that, where they're like, well, we know what's best. Diablo 4 had this problem. Oh yeah, I played Diablo as well. Yeah, I've played it. I play a lot of games, so I kind of know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, whether you guys want to agree or not, I kind of know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's not like this isn't the only games I've played. I've played more than gacha games. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I haven't played a shit ton of Diablo, but I've been fucking keeping up because I played Diablo when it first dropped. But a lot of times, devs just think that they know what's best and will ignore the recommendations of the community. Kuro Games has done phenomenal. I don't care if you're having issues right now. The game's fucking free. If you're genuinely having issues on your device, they have put out 21 hotfixes. Last number I saw when I'm making this video, it might be even more now. They have been putting out hotfixes. They hear you. They're listening. Give them some time. It'll be there. You spent no money on the game. The game will be right here for you once it works. Try it again if at launch. Like, at launch day, did it work for you? Try it again now. They have fixed a lot of issues confirmed by many people and by the company in their dev notes. But they are listening. They've given out a lot of rewards for your troubles. They have given us 40 polls for that. They have given us a 5-star selector was an apology for all of that. They have given us a 5-star selector. You don't have to do anything for it, I don't think. I just got it in my mailbox. I don't know if you have to hit a certain level, but either way, you get a free 5-star. You choose any from the standard banner. They have apologized for any issues people had. Again, I didn't have any, but I'll take the rewards. Overall, the devs have been doing great. They've asked what do we want to see in the game in the future. They have implemented so many things that people asked them to. They've worked on the sound, and they said they're going to keep working on combat, which the combat people love. They said they're going to keep making combat better. They're going to keep working on the sound, which it's fine to me now. Like, they improved it already. They said they're going to keep working on making the story even better, which I think for a 1.0, this is like probably one of the better 1.0s out there. It's pretty short, but it's short and sweet. And once it picks up, it really picks up and does not slow down, really. Overall, nothing but love to Kuro Games. I think they're doing phenomenal. It doesn't like force you to buy shit. You don't have to spend money. There's no like pressure there, really. You have an infinite farm no matter what with Echoes, and it made co-op actually useful in this game, which is huge. This is a problem Genshin had, where you have co-op, but there's zero reason to do it. It just makes everything slower. In this game, so many benefits come from co-op. 10 out of 10 fucking dev team, for real. Traversal, way more fun. You can run up walls. That's all I have to say. That is a big thing. You can run up walls. Traversing just feels so much more fun. There's no stamina drain on running. That's a big one. Makes you move around so much faster. Two simple things, but they make a big fucking difference in traversing this world. Traversing the settings way more fun. Like I said, there's random events. There are enemies that are fighting each other. That's in a way more like authentic way, like certain like echoes fighting, some humans fighting echoes, a bunch of shit like that. The setting changes a lot based on what you do in the game, and that's really cool. It's very like, it brings the world so much more alive when it's always changing. Like, it's very consistently changing in this world permanently. So it makes it feel like what you're doing matters. If you're gonna give me a side quest, and at least make it do shit like this. And most, not most, but like a large chunk of their side quests change the world in some way. The ecosystem is 10 out of 10. It's just better than a standard artifact system. There's no other way to put it. And that ends what I love about Wuthering Waves. I think, and this brings us to the end of the video. I'm sorry, it's been 36 minutes. I'm yapping. I don't give a fuck. Okay. I've covered it pretty well, I think, right? And Wuthering Waves had potential that Genshin Impact no longer has for me. The core gameplay systems are just better. The running, no stamina, the running up walls, the way the world changes as often as it does, the combat systems, like the parry, all this stuff. This is like built into the base of the game. It just has more potential than Genshin ever had, to be honest with you, and ever will have, probably, if the dev team doesn't improve in Genshin, which I doubt they will at this point. It's been 4 years. You kind of have to have like battered wife syndrome at this point. They'll change one day. They won't, honey. They won't, because you're gonna love them anyway. Yeah, and I think they just handle their community so much better over at Kuro Games. They literally listen to us. Like, they're so much more interactive with the community. They post updates very consistently. They tell us what they're working on. They are constantly improving things that people think are fine. And overall, I've had a blast. I've had fun. And that'll be it. And that's kind of why I hate Genshin. Like, it's just, I spent hours in that game, dude. You can't tell me shit. You're not changing my opinion. Just comment down if you really think you can. But I'm just telling you right now, probably not. I'm probably just going to laugh when I see your comment. I've been laughing at a lot of these comments because they're fucking funny and, like, make no sense. Like, this is just, like, dumbass opinions, and I don't give a fuck. I'm going to get real boot right now. Like, if you made it this far, fucking congratulations, but I'm gonna get real fucking boot right now. I've made it through fucking basic trading twice. Like, there's a jack shit you guys could say to hurt my feelings. Like, I'm stubborn as fuck. I'll be honest. Like, if I can make it through that shit twice, like, what the fuck are you gonna do, bro? This is years ago, right? Like, I've been in the army for a while, but, like, I've never cried over jail sergeant hurting my feelings. There's nothing a fucking 12-year-old can do. Like, it's just true. Anyone in the military probably will agree with. Like, what the fuck? I always think it's funny when, like, creators get so, like, emotional about like random comments from random people. Like, none of your opinions actually matter to me when they're like based off of like stupidity, no reason. Like, I like the game because XYZ, and XYZ is my favorite waifus in it. It's the only game I've played, and characters are sometimes cute. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck? I like games for gameplay. That's why I play video games. I like games for good story. That's why I play video games. I don't give a fuck about all these abstract ideas you guys come up with. I explain very clearly what I like or what I dislike. You can't change what I like. I have high standards. I am sorry. I've been playing games since I was 4. Probably younger than that, but for what I can remember 4. I have standards. I've seen a lot of shit. I've played through a lot of RPGs. I play RPGs all the time. It's my favorite genre. Like, I fucking love RPGs. So don't fucking try to tell me what's good design and what's bad design. I fucking know. I've been here. I've been around for a while. Okay, I'm not the oldest man in the world, but shit, I've had years of experience. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm almost at 300 subs. Can we get there, please? But thank you guys for watching. People who made it to the end, you guys really are goated. I really doubt anybody did, but maybe 1 or 2 of you made it here. Let me know in the comments if you did, and what you think. Where can I improve? Like I said, equipment wise, guys, I'm about to get out the military. Okay, I have a dog to take care of that I love very much, and he likes destroying his toys. And I'm not leaving him without toys. Like, I'm just gonna keep buying him toys. I'm sorry, okay? I have to buy him food. I buy him Blue Wilderness. That shit is expensive. It's like $100 almost for a fucking bag, okay? And look, he over here because I said his name, and he knows I'm talking about him. And then motherfucker handsome, and he thinks handsome is his name. Mr. Handsome. What wrong, Mr. Handsome? We gonna play, right? I'm almost done. I gotta upload this, baby. But in terms of equipment, like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm broke. Okay, I'm broke. I'm poor. I'm poor. Look at him. He looks naked because I took his collar off so his neck could breathe. Come here, Hati. Look, come here, come here. Come here, baby. Come here, come here. Oh, look, Hati. Look. Oh, okay. He keeps jumping down. He's too tired to be doing that. He missed me all down. I've been working, you know. But, yeah, I'm poor, okay, guys? I got real life shit. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I gotta do shit. I gotta take care of me. I gotta eat, okay? I'll get a new webcam, and I have to whale on games so I can cover characters. Like, just leave me alone, okay? I'll get a better, the first chance I get. Like, once I start making money on YouTube, every single penny and dime is going to go into a fund towards improving my equipment so I can keep the ball rolling. I am really sorry about the quality. I know it should be better. That may be sound because my fucking laptop. I need a computer, okay? I need to buy me a computer. I need to buy a lot of shit, okay? But thank you so much if you've been watching me despite the quality. I genuinely appreciate it. Like, I have like 230 subs or something like that, and all of you, like, it's really a small number to some of you, but to me it's like those are full sentient human beings who have subscribed and cared about what I had to say. And a lot of you do leave. This has been a negative video, but I do want to add some positivity in there, right? I've been pretty negative the past few days, but I really do want to add some positivity where I really do appreciate the kind comments. Like, it does mean a lot to me. I want you guys to know, like, I try to like and respond to as many as I can, but sometimes I don't, you know. But I do read. I go through them at some point, right? And they really do brighten my day. Every single positive comment. It could be drowned. I get a bunch of hate just for not liking shit. I've criticized games that are popular, and some people disagree, which is 100% fine. I'm not complaining about that. But going through all of the hate comments, the ones that really do impact me are the positive ones. Those make me so happy. I can have like a million hate comments. One positive comment literally makes my day. Like, I want you guys to know that. Negative comments have no effect. I'll be honest. I kind of just tell my friends about them, and then I laugh about it. I'm like, bro, these motherfuckers hate me. Like, I told my fucking co-workers today, I was like, bro, I think the Genshin fan base, they might like raid the post, get me killed. I was like, these motherfuckers want me dead. But all of those positive comments really, like, I want you guys to know it really does warm my heart. As long as I can make one of you guys happy, like that's really a win for me. That's no bullshit. Like I'm not trying to like this is legit how I feel. It's like you never know what people are going through and all this shit, right? I don't believe in like being overly nice to people. I'm very upfront, very real. You can ask any of my friends. Like I'll tell you how it is, man. So I trust that. I hope that all of you are like that with me, and I'll trust that all of your positive comments you genuinely mean. And I want you guys to know, like, when I make it, I will remember every single. I may not remember your name, as you guys know if you've watched me. I'm bad with those, but I will remember how you guys made me feel and how positive that was. And I can't wait to actually make it because I want to give back to the community and all of you just for the nice words and stuff you've done for me already. Like just literally every time I get a positive comment on a video, I get motivated to go and make another one. As shitty as my equipment is, as inexperienced as I am, you guys motivate me. My 200 and something subscribers, I really do appreciate you guys. Share the videos, share the content, like, comment, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I gotta promote myself. I hate saying that shit. If I say it more, I might get more subs more often, but like it just feels so cheesy. But it's in my description to every video now. Whatever. Thank you guys. I'll let you guys go, and peace.